Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA. Today we talking about exit strategies for selling to retail chains if your product's not successful. So if you started selling to retail chains and you're trying to figure out what to do if the product's just not converting, or you're just having some struggles and maybe you're thinking about exiting, this little training will give you some things to think about and what to do. With that said, let's get started on today's training.
So let's talk about what are the exit strategies for selling or retail chains if the business is not successful. Basically, if you are working with retail chains and it's not working, it's not succeeding, what do you do next? In our Retail Chain Store Secrets book, which we have books, we have webinars, but we have books on different topics, we explain that with retailers, one of the things you should do is before you launch into selling in a retail chain, come up with your backup plan. What that means is what happens if you work a deal with a retailer and they buy a bunch of your products, right? And the thing doesn't sell and they're going to give it back to you if it doesn't sell eventually. And some retailers will be cool in that they'll eat the cost with you and you'll just cry together and walk away, right? But some retailers will say, if the product doesn't sell, we're sending it back to you. And you'll know before you do a deal with them if that's going to happen to you. They actually have contracts. You have to sign a contract agreeing to that. It's not like they just change their mind all of a sudden. You actually are dealing with corporations. So you need to think about what you're going to do if the product doesn't sell. And most people will just do the deal and then hope for the best. The problem with that is I don't want you to go bankrupt or hurt yourself in some way. And a lot of those horror stories you hear about people suffering with chain stores, it's usually because of that behavior, that you'll just hope for the best. So we ask you, before you start selling to retail chains, think about what you can do with those products if it doesn't convert because you bought a bunch of stuff. So maybe you can think about the 11 other ways to sell a product if it doesn't work in chain stores. Maybe you can take the product and then you have a solution where you can sell it online, on Amazon or wherever else, right? Think about what you're going to do as your own exit strategy because this is your business and you have to deal with it. So I sell courses and content. I don't have a lot of physical things that I have to have returned. It hurts me when people return, obviously, but it's not the same for me. If I had a consumer product, I'm going to think about my exit strategy because I'm responsible for it anyways. Some people feel really confident. If the product doesn't sell, they'll find another way to sell it. Some people don't. I want you to be a grown-up, professional business person with consumer products and think about this today. Can you work with a rep who can sell it to somebody who can off-price it and get rid of it? What can you do to generate revenue for yourself and not hurt yourself in case this happens? Let's hope it never does. But a good business person will think about all the avenues and strategies and angles to ensure success for your business. And that's what I want for you. And you're smart enough to create these products and do all the things you've done so far. Consumer products are actually a very difficult business to start and launch and sell. You don't give yourself enough credit for it. A lot of people don't have the gumption to go and spend money in advance for a hope of a return. You all do that. That's why I teach what I teach, to help those of you who have that kind of gumption. You are actually out in the world doing things that are harder and are willing to risk your life and your business and all these things, maybe not your life, but your business life for this business. So start thinking now. What are you going to do if you get 1,000 units back, 5,000 units back, 10,000 units back? That's not going to, that you can go turn around and sell somewhere else. And that's why we teach a variety of different money-making strategies with consumer products, so that when you basically have situations come up, you know what to do. So there's different ways to make money. Can you sell it to, say, HSN QVC? Can you sell it to small local retailers in your area? Can you sell it on Groupon? Can you start learning now how to sell things in other ways in case that retail chain business doesn't work out? We just need to make sure that you're covered all bases. We actually have programs and everything, webinar trainings on every way to make money listed on retailmba.com if you want to learn. And honestly, we teach people how to try to go after more than one strategy of making money. meaning that retail chains is not just the only way to make money. You can sell the catalogs. It's another way to generate revenue. And that's on you to learn about some of this stuff and then make compelling business choices. It might just be you're really good at selling products online, so you'll just go take those products and dump it on the site, and that's fine. But some of you don't have that, and I want to protect those of you who don't have that to learn and figure out what are your backup strategies so you can succeed. Sometimes a chain store just isn't selling because, I don't know, maybe they're not doing right now, and that doesn't mean your business is bad. It just means you have to deal with your plan B. This is Karen Waksman, Retail MBA. If you want to learn how to approach, pitch, and sell to retailers, what to do if the product doesn't sell, and all the goodies, please go take a look at our core training system called Retail MBA. We have live events, done for you services, do-it-yourself programs listed on that site as well. Karen Waksman, thank you so much.